Sup, y'all? Justin Nike Hoods here, and um, coming at you guys with another, I guess, pop song review, I guess, but this one's a little bit different. We're gonna do a full album this time, which is gonna be a good thing. Uh, so I get no editing this time again, and in the album I'm going to be reviewing, I know I told a lot of friends of mine that I'm going to be reviewing the new J. Cole album, but didn't really get much material from that album. Didn't really, get much notes from it, because it was pretty basic. It's not really controversial. It's not really inspiring. It's nothing about it that really stands out, But I mean, it's a good album, but it's just not all, I wouldn't say it's boring, but it's just not standoutish. It's not, doesn't really stand out, But what I'm going to be reviewing today is new Jay-Z album, Magna Carta, Holy Grail. That came out, I think, last August, August or July, somewhere in the late summer. But little backstory of this album. You guys know what the Magna Carta and the Holy Grail are. Two most important artifacts of Western culture. And it's just Jay-Z and trying to be, proclaim that he has some type of greatness behind this album, which I will prove that there is none to be had at all from this album. As you can tell by the tone of my voice, I do not like this album one bit. Not that I don't hate Jay-Z. I love Jay-Z's music, but it's just so this album is just so tediously mind-numbing. You know what I mean? As a mainstream artist, you're supposed to keep, progressing and moving forward as a thinker and with your creativity and what's something new that you can do and bring to the table that'll make people want to keep buying the product. But in this album, I really feel that Jay-Z does not want to let go of the past. And what I mean by that is, he's going back to the old roots from, the late 90s, where he's bragging about this, that he's got that, he's got watches, cars, clothes, a good-looking wife. And we all know Jay-Z's well into his 40s, and this is his, I don't know if album, 12, I think? This is his 12th album, yeah. In a span of 17 years, or 16 years, I think, and that's not too bad. But let me bring it up for a second. So, so you can see the track list. Let me show you, guys. Okay, that's the track list on Spotify. As you can see and read, I don't know if you can see and read that, but I'm gonna check. But fuck. Okay, there we go. As you can tell, if you read it right, this album has a lot of good guests. Beyonce, Frank Ocean, Rick Ross, Justin Timberlake. For what it's worth, I mean, you got all the guests did their job, right? The first track, Holy Grail, with featuring Justin Timberlake, which was the first leading single off the album. It was he sung it pretty good. It was pretty good. It had good production behind it. It had a good opening piano riff to it. Sonically very good, but overall, it was not a good song. And I don't understand. You had with the opening. If you heard the opening verses, sung by Timberlake, you would have heard that he's singing about fame, the dark side of fame, and not really showing off his range. Justin Timberlake doesn't really have a really wide range of vocally doesn't really have a high range, and it shows. And I know there's not too many artists in the mainstream that have a wide vocal range, but for a song like this with strong lyrics in the beginning, don't really show off the fact that you have good tone. And the next two tracks after that, I would say Picasso Baby and Tom Ford. Picasso Baby has good, history and backstory to it, but what the fuck? I mean, you can't say that you brag about that you know about fine art, which is a good thing, which is, can make a good song, but you can't. I'm sorry, I can't. This is bad. And the next song after that, I Got It, featuring Rick Ross. Tediously boring. I'm not going to go through the whole track list because that would take too much time, but man, this album really sucks the freaking life out of me, man. It sucked the life out of me. Like, you have some of the best producers in the game, in the industry, no less, in the hip-hop community. Rick Rubin and Pharrell and Timbaland and Tonight. I don't understand how aggressive it is. I mean, you're the most prosperous artists out there. How can you bring something so hyped up and then just... I don't know, man. Oh man, I've never felt this way before about an album. And, oh man. I'm making funny faces because I don't know how to feel, but I guess, what did I like about it? Oh, that's another thing. Not too much about it that I like. Has good production, good beats, or somewhat good beats, but good production, good beats, good names behind it, and really good advertising and marketing. But everything, no. But I went through the faults already of the album. But I guess it's time to sum this whole thing up, So, I don't know, what would I give it? I would give this album a 1.5 out of 5. I know that's pretty low in terms of ratings, because it's Jay-Z and, but that's what it is. What it is. His album had really good marketing, good strategizing, good release date. It was released, I think, about a week and a half after Yeezus came out, which really, hypes up both album sales. And I don't think that this whole fiasco was, worth listening to. So would I recommend it? No. And I don't know how to feel. So I guess I'll just end it on that sour note. So I guess I'll leave you guys, for now. But I know it's not a really good review. It's not really an organized review. It's not really the best thing you've ever heard or seen. But I'm doing my best with what I got and the resources that I have, but you know, alright, so I'm Justin Likey Hoods, and I'm signing out.